Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, and welcome to the February 14, 2017 Board of Supervisors meeting in San Francisco. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Madam President. President Breed.
Here.
Breed present. Supervisor Cohen. Cohen present. Supervisor Farrell. Farrell present. Supervisor Fewer.
Present.
Fewer present. Supervisor Kim. Kim present. Supervisor Peskin.
Present.
Peskin present. Supervisor Ronan.
Present.
Ronan present. Supervisor Safai.
Present.
Safai present. Supervisor Sheehy.
Present.
Sheehy present. Supervisor Tang.
Present.
Tang present. Supervisor Yee.
Present.
Yee present. Madam President, all members are present.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Madam Clerk, do you have any communications?
There are none to report, Madam President.
Okay, please call our first item.
Special order at 2 p.m. is the appearance by the Honorable Mayor Edwin Lee. There being no questions submitted from supervisors of the odd districts, the mayor may address the board for up to 5 minutes.
Thank you. Welcome, Mayor Lee. The floor is yours.
Thank you, President Breed. And good afternoon, supervisors and members of the public. And also wish a happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Supervisors, your chocolates are on the way. But I am happy to be in the city that has all of our hearts, as compassionate, as strong as it is. And since there are no questions this week, I did want to talk for a few minutes about something that's been on the minds of many of us, and that's health care. Yesterday, we signed the legislation, and thank you again to the entire board, unanimous supported legislation for the UCSF Research Building ground lease. This agreement, which would...
I personally believe that when people are testifying in committee, they're on camera, it's in public, it's on record forever. I think that it would be in their best interest to not lie on camera or in public. And so, so again, today, on balance, I think I won't be able to...
It feels as if this is created to target the people that are associated with the Millennium Tower debacle.
Through the President to Supervisor Cohen, that was the impetus for this, but there are many other bodies, including but not limited to the Board of Appeals, the Ethics Commission, various
issue, but also going outside of their normal expertise and role, and result in what turned out to be a very messy review of the deal that the committee was left to untangle. Again, maybe I'm just too used to what we have at the Budget and Finance Committee, but I was surprised to learn that there's actually no formal process in place to create.
Thank you, Supervisor Fewer. Madam President, that concludes the introduction of new business.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Please read public comment.
At this time, the public may now address the entire Board of Supervisors for up to 2 minutes on items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board, to include the items on the without reference to committee calendar, items 30 and 31. Public comment is not allowed when an item has been previously subject to public comment at a board committee. Pursuant to the board's rules of order, direct your remarks to the board as a whole and not to individual supervisors nor to the audience. Speakers using interpretation assistance will be allowed twice the amount of time to testify, and if you would like to display your document on the overhead projector, please clearly state such to SFG TV and remove the document when the screen should return to live coverage of the meeting.
First speaker, please.
Good afternoon, Andrew Yip. Our world turmoil and social disorder are caused by the corruption and the downfall of human hearts. Worldly leaders must firstly make recovery of one's mighty self-nature with origin of absolute wisdom for the delivery of true principle for worldly rescue, with compassion of love and mercy, with absolute wisdom of true principle, with heavenly missionary pathway in destiny. Worldly leaders could make the dream of commonwealth nation come true, of personal cultivation in extension to regulation of family order, national management, and peace of wellness of heaven below. One must follow the methodologies of understanding of holy truth, of bodily cultivation, establishment of supreme virtues, and worldly maintenance. With the recovery of one's mighty self-nature of origin of absolute wisdom, then applies of one's mighty self-nature with origin of absolute wisdom to widespread the word of true principle for the worldly rescue of the corruption and the downfall of human hearts, to turn back to uprightness of humanity and divine justice, so we could make full recovery of holy principle. The world would enjoy forever peace and wellness for seas. So human civilization would having developmental progress of creating and making well-beings and prosperity for all people of a new century. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. And without reference to committee.
Items 30 and 31 are being considered for adoption without reference to committee. A single roll call vote may enact these items. A member may object, sever an item, and have it considered separately.
Supervisor Yee?
Sever 31.
Supervisor Peskin?
30.
Okay, well, let's call them individually.
Item 30 is a resolution to urge the California State Legislature to amend the Revenue and Taxation Code to enable local California jurisdictions to levy personal and corporate income taxes, which the City and County of San Francisco could utilize as a sustained source of funding for transportation and public health priorities.
Supervisor Peskin?
Thank you, Madam President. I want to thank our SFCTA staff as well as Assembly Member Phil Ting. I have circulated a number of amendments. I would like to move those amendments and then move to continue this item 1 week.
Okay, Supervisor Peskin has made a motion to amend, seconded by Supervisor Yee. Colleagues, can we take the amendments without objection? Without objection, the amendments passed unanimously.
And then I would, sorry, Madam President.
Supervisor Peskin.
And then I'd like to thank my co-sponsors, Supervisors Fewer, Ronan, Kim, Yee, Safai, and Cohen.
Yes, and Supervisor Peskin, you realize that it will be continued 2 weeks to the meeting of February 28, 2017. Supervisor Peskin has made a motion. Is there a second? Seconded by Supervisor Cohen. Colleagues, can we take that without objection? Without objection, this item will be continued to the meeting of February 28, 2017. Next item, please.
Item 31, Madam President, is a resolution. Turn the page. To urge the Planning Commission to initiate amendments to the general plan's housing and urban design elements regarding family-friendly housing.
Okay, Supervisor Yee.
Thank you, President Bree. I just wanted to quickly say that this is actually, to me, a very important issue that we actually start defining what family housing means, because now that I started this push to have discussions around it from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. People are beginning to use family housing very loosely and with no official definition in the city. So it'd be nice once we push legislation, we're talking about family housing, we're talking about the same thing. So I just want to thank every single person, every single one of you colleagues for co-sponsoring this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Supervisor Yee. And on that item, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
On item 31, Supervisor Kim. Kim, aye. Supervisor Peskin.
Aye.
Peskin, aye. Supervisor Ronan. Aye. Ronan, aye. Supervisor Safai. Safai, aye. Supervisor Sheehy.
Aye.
Sheehy, aye. Supervisor Tang.
Aye.
Tang, aye. Supervisor Yee.
Aye.
Yee, aye. Supervisor Breed.
Aye.
Breed, aye. Supervisor Cohen. Cohen, aye. Supervisor Farrell. Farrell, aye. Supervisor Fewer.
Yes.
Fewer, aye. There are 11 ayes.
The resolution is adopted unanimously. Madam Clerk, please read the in memoriams.
Today's meeting will be adjourned in memory of the following beloved individuals. On behalf of Supervisor Farrell, for the late Mr. Martin Pete D. Murphy, and on behalf of Supervisor Fewer, for the late Mr. Ed DeRolf.
Colleagues, this brings us to the end of our agenda. Madam Clerk, is there any further business before us today?
That concludes our business for today.
We are adjourned, and have a lovely Valentine's Day, everyone.